Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Do the thing, Angela.
Oh, I did the thing. You missed it, Annabelle.
I did. The camera froze.
So quick.
Okay. Everybody saw it, but me. That's fine. Well, we're back. And we have some stuff to talk about that I think will matter to every board gamer.
Every single one.
Yeah.
We're winging it today, aren't we, Annabelle? We're winging it.
No, I have my list right
Just
here.
come up with this.
I have
We're
my
very
list.
professional.
Very professional, for sure. So, yes, what are we going to talk about, Angela? Tell us.
Today, we're going to talk about space. Not the space up there, the space in here.
Wait,
Board
I
game
thought we were
space.
talking about outer space, so my list is not good?
Oh, your list is absolutely screwed now, Annabelle.
Well, now we're winging it for reals. Okay, fine. Space. That's the space in the rooms.
Space on shelves, space in the rooms. Board games take up a lot of space.
They do. And I'm running out of space. How about you?
I've run out of space. So the reason that we came up with this topic is I was away on a little 2-day cruise and I've come home and my daughter has dropped off that box there full of board games that I gave her, but she's moving and has no room. So guess what? The board games have made their way back to me. But guess what? I have no room.
So you're giving them away to our viewers?
I'm probably going to, one of them I'm definitely going to give away. I can see, I know someone who wants it, so I'm going to give that one away. The others I'll probably just sell cheap, and one of them I might put back in my collection.
Okay. So let's analyze this. You have a whole box. You're gonna sell one.
I'm probably gonna sell what's in the box, which I don't even know some of them. I don't even remember them. So they have no pull on my heart.
Here's the problem with that. When you open the box to give the board game to someone and you see the board game, you'd be like, oh, wait. I do want to keep this one. And then the next one. Oh my gosh, yes, I need to keep this one too because I remember how much fun it was. And then
it's hard to get rid of them. Yeah. This one here underneath my camera. I don't have room, Annabelle. Stop talking to me like I need to put it back on my shelf. Stop it. I need to put it back on my
the reason
shelf.
why I'm saying this is because I've been trying to call, because here's the problem in my house, right? So I live alone and I have 3 bedrooms, right? One, I sleep there. So there will be no board games there. Thank you. Because I don't play when I'm asleep. I might dream about them, but I don't play when I'm asleep. Then I have 2 other rooms. I have this room that you guys can see right here. And guess what's in this room? Yeah, board games. And then I have another room that the plan was to make it a music room because you guys know I'm in a band at the Starlight. So I wanted to have all of my instruments, my keyboard and the stuff that goes along with the keyboard. And I have a couple of keyboards actually set up so that I can just get there, sit there and practice without having to. But now the room is 50% full of board games.
They've crept in. You can't do that. See, you've got to have a rule. See, like when we moved back into this house, the rule was your board games must be within the walls of this room. They cannot creep out because last time they crept out and they were everywhere. They've got little legs, Annabelle, at night. They creep out. So all might have to remain in here. So if I run out of room, which I pretty much have, it's 1 in, 1 out. I have to do that now.
Well, I didn't know that I was not aware that they had wings, but that explains why, like a couple nights ago, I woke up and there was Carcassonne in my bed, and I'm like, "What are you doing here?" So that's what happened. The wings, okay.
The wings.
So I have an issue with one thing that I want to bring it to the table to discuss.
Okay.
I have an issue with board games on either Kickstarter or board games that come with like a bunch of expansions that you get hooked into buying, and then it's not just one box, but it ends up being 3, 4, sometimes 5 boxes of the same game.
I think if I'm remembering right what's on my shelf, I think maybe those are all one game.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what I want to put out there for the universe, for space, right? Because we're talking about space.
Yeah.
So is that, guys, if you come up with a game and you're gonna do expansions, can you please, in the core box, make sure that all the other stuff fits in the core box, so that I can have one box, and when I want to play it, whether I want to play with the expansions or not, I take out one box and one box only. Because there's another thing that I'm going to bring out later about games. We can stay on this topic for a little bit. I want to know your opinion about expansions and how you deal with them.
I know some people, in fact, I watched a video about this the other day on Instagram. Some people love putting the expansions in the box if it will fit. They'll like take out the insert and then they'll put the expansion in like zippy bags, put it in, and then they'll throw the expansion box away. It's still my heart. How? I could never do that. It just seems like sacrilege. So let us know in the comments, have you ever thrown away an expansion box? I can't do it.
Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments that I have done that.
No, Annabelle.
Yeah.
What did you do it with? Do you remember?
Marvel Champions, I know I've done that for. Is it Marvel Champions?
Yeah, the card game.
Yeah, Star Wars, what's it called? Imperial Assault. And so now, here's what happens, guys, you can relate. So, the box is supposed to close like this, but because I put all the expansions in, and now the box, yeah.
While we're on that subject, Annabelle, can we just talk about when you buy a game that doesn't have an expansion and you get it on Kickstarter or whatever, and then you put it in the box and
yeah, that's
a pet peeve of mine.
Totally.
Like, it should fit in the box when you buy it.
Yeah. I was really concerned about a game I bought recently called Maladum. I know it's pretty popular in the channel, so I will talk about it. And and it has the dungeon crawl. It has walls everywhere, right? And doors and little chests and things that you open and pillars and you have to. They come in chits, right? Like you have to put them together and glue them. And I'm like, when I glue all these things, how in the world is this all going to fit? But you know what? It does. There's a video out there from the developers, from the company that makes the game, explaining exactly how you can fit everything back in the box. And I'm like, guys, you need an award. I don't care if the game is good or not. You made it fit in the box. And by the way, the game is really good, but that's not the point. The point is, it fits. Yeah. What a smart
they've thought
thing
ahead.
to do.
Yes, we love that.
Yes, please copy that, other people that make games. I know you're watching this.
Right? Yeah, and like you were saying before, like if you've got a game and you want to just play the core game, don't make it so that you have to go through everything to get to that core game. It's a great game for setup, Foundations of Rome.
Okay.
Like the fancy version. You just literally slide out your tray, put it on the table. That's it.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
That's probably made by gamers for gamers, because they feel our pain, Yeah. But I want to talk about something else. That's the I guess the opposite of that. Have you ever gotten a game that could fit like here, but then the box is like this big?
Yes. What was that game called? The worst one. It's not a well-known game. I think it was called Igor. And it was a card game that I got for my grandson way back when. And honestly, the box was probably that big, pretty big. And then I opened it and I think there were 8 cards or something in it. I think it was called Igor. Anyway, I was just like, are you kidding me? Yeah. 8 cards in a box that big? You are taking the absolute mick.
Yeah, we could have fit at least another game.
Or when you open a game and it's all cardboard insert, and then like tucked in the middle is like that game. Yeah.
But then the insert and everything is really pretty. So you're like, it's a lot of space, but I can't throw it away because this box is pretty. So
I don't mind a pretty insert, but see when you open it and it's just cardboard.
Okay. No. Yeah. Right. So both extremes are bad.
Both extremes are bad.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
So here,
doubly bad because you're being ripped off and also it's taking up a lot of room on your shelf. Ah.
wait, why are you being ripped off? Because you expected like more stuff for the price
Yeah,
of the
of
box?
course. Yeah. I remember, like, I'm surprised if it's not Igor, I'll be surprised because I was really burned by that one. It really annoyed me for like weeks
Okay, but
because I'd paid like a premium for it as well. Like, and I thought, oh, it's, you know, pretty good. Open it.
okay. Well, I've been throwing a lot of I've been bad mouthing a lot of game developments, but I'm going to defend this one because
Okay.
I cannot. I will not. I don't think we can judge. I mean, sometimes I buy a game that's little, but it's like a really good game, and it comes, and so I don't mind that it doesn't have a lot of components as long as I enjoy
Well,
the game.
yeah, just to be clear, I don't mind that either. I mean, what did I buy the other week? I bought Circle the Wagons the other week, which is a little card game. And I paid I think I paid $35 for it, which is insane, by the way. But because it's a good game, you don't mind as much.
Okay.
But if you buy something that you think has got meat to it and then you open it and there's literally nothing in there, maybe the production cost on it is like, looking at it, it's like $3. And then it's a $40 game.
Okay.
You're like,
okay.
oh.
You know what? I'm glad we cleared that.
Yeah, I don't mind a game with very few components if it's good and you're getting your value for the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I played a bunch of games that seem simple at first and don't have a lot of moving components, but it's all about, oh my gosh, my brain. I just played on the channel, go watch Clash of Corgis, which is a little box like this, and it's just cards. And when I first did the unboxing, you can watch me live doing that. I'm like, this looks like a poker, like regular cards, like a regular set of cards. Like, what in the world? And then when I read the instructions, there's actually 3 ways you can play the game, 3 very different ways of playing the game, and it's nothing like poker. It just has the suits and the numbers and so I was like, and I didn't even pay for that one because the developer actually sent it to me. Thank you for doing that. But so that's why I meant, like, sometimes you can have a game that, hey, it's just cards, but then what goes into it is like, oh, this is really clever. So.
Yep, definitely. I know I was going to take a game on. I've had a game now for I think a couple of years. Cabbage Garden, Mr. Cabbage Head's Cabbage Garden, or something like that.
Okay.
And honestly, before we went on the cruise, I was like, I'm taking that game. I'm going to take that and I'm going to learn it on the cruise and I'm going to play it because I really want to play it, but I never have the time. It's like, this is the time. Did I remember to take it off the shelf? No, I didn't. I left it at home. That's irking me this week as well with regard to the board games.
No.
I just completely forgot to take any. Whenever we go on a cruise, we usually take a few little card games.
Yes.
And we have fun with them in the down times when the shows aren't on or whatever.
Right.
Totally forgot, Annabelle.
It's funny how things happen like that, because whenever I say I'm going to bring a game because there might be time to play, right? And I pack it and I carry it and it's heavy, or sometimes it's always more weight than what you should be carrying if my purse was empty.
I know you're going to say already.
Yeah, then I never play it, right?
That's right.
Right. But when I forget and I don't bring it, then it's like, oh, there's a 45-minute wait time. Well, hold on, let me get my game. Oh, yeah.
Dang it. Yeah, and they did have board games on that cruise I was on, but the best one that they had was Catan.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, it was chess and like little kids mass-produced games that you've never heard of. Some of those for little kids, but yeah, I was bummed that I'd left that at home. Yeah, perfect time.
So the other thing that I wanted to talk about that has a little bit to do with the expansions, but since we're talking about space, I'm going to bring it to the table space, because this is the issue that I have when I have to play a game that has like 3 boxes of expansions. For example, Destiny. I love Destiny. It's just really good game, right? But then I was playing the Witch one the other day, And it's like you got 2 boxes and plus the board, the tiles that you have to put out, the cards that become the board. And you have to find the mini from one game, one box, and then the mini from another box, and then I have the boxes on top of the table, plus the game, plus my figures, plus my this, plus my that. How many tables am I going to need to put in my game room so that I can put everything there and not have to like, okay, hold on, let me go get it. Okay, no! And then it falls, and then, yeah. So.
And you've got quite a good sized game table as well, haven't you?
I do, yes. I was very lucky that someone was selling this one and I got it really cheap. So yes, I'm very happy with it. But
definitely, yeah, that's a good point actually. Table space is important as well as storage space.
Definitely.
Yeah, when we lived in the apartment, there were certain games that I couldn't really play. They literally would not fit on the little table that I had.
Yeah. And if you had to, like, for example, I was playing, like I said, I told you earlier off camera, I was playing Room Wars with a friend, and it's massive. It's such a good game, but it's massive. So every couple of seconds, I had to like, where did I put the rules now? Oh no. For example, it's still here, some of it. It's like, where did I put them? Okay, and because I don't have space, you know.
Need a side table.
And then, you know, like, they're actually like right here. So I'd be like, okay, let me see. Okay, where is that? Oh, I found it. Okay, fine. Okay, and then boom, and then it's like 10 more minutes, and like, where is it? I had it right here. Does that ever happen?
Oh my God, yeah. I need to clean mine. And here's another question for anyone watching. Do you put games behind games? Do you do that, Annabelle, on your shelf? Do you?
I try not to, because then I won't remember that it's there.
Forget they're there. Yeah, I've done that over this side with a few, and I'm like, you're literally never going to remember that's there. It's not going to get played. You're not going to think about it. But it does help with room, because Kallax, there is that little, like, you know, there's a little space behind there that you can fit a good couple of games in, if they're regular sized boxes.
So, like, I see behind you, I see Dark Side Rising, the Darth Vader box. Yes. And I'm guessing you're doing that to show it, but there's stuff behind it?
I think there is stuff behind that one, yeah. I've done that with a couple, just of like my favorite ones. So I've got the Aliens one here on this shelf, but I've put stuff in front of that one. I've got a few that are front facing, but I've put, there are other things behind.
You know, when I first started the channel and I got this, you know, set up, I had in my mind, right, this idea. I don't know if you've ever thought of this like me, because I'm kind of crazy, that I was going to have the games, but then once in a while I would rearrange them so that people could see my whole collection and kind of rotate it, because if not, never did that.
No, I like, my favorite setup for like a streamer is Rado's, because they're all front facing now. He never used to have it that way. Well, they were last time I watched. They're all front facing, and it's not that he rotates them, but he'll make sure that like really popular ones are in shot. Okay. Yeah. And other people will hang the cover on the wall behind them. That's a good look as well. That's nice and clean.
Okay. Yeah. You're giving me ideas.
You need a shelf on top of that shelf, like me.
So I need a shelf. I need 2 extra tables on each side. But here's the problem, and I know you might relate to this. I don't like showing, so I don't want one camera to show another camera. I try to keep it camera free so that it looks more like when you guys are watching, you don't get like, oh, there's a camera, you know, you're focused on the game, not on like, oh, look, there's a camera. Sometimes I mess up and there'll be like a thing here, like, oh, I forgot to move that, you know, for the most part. But then that creates space problems because the cameras are recording and they have all of this, and there's like another camera right there just in the shot. And then where I put things, if I put this somewhere, that camera is going to see it, so I can't keep it here. I have to put it some.
Right, actually, yeah. Being like doing YouTube videos, you do have to think about space. I'll show you something. Look at this thing. You see this?
Yeah.
This giant thing.
Yep.
Space. It's a pain in the neck to put away, so it's literally sitting here, and it's the size of 1, 2, 3, 4 calyx. 4 calyx up, 4 calyx across. Not a small thing. And it just makes my office look messy, but I need it for when I'm filming videos.
What do you do with that?
What do I do with it?
Yeah.
This one's really cool, actually. It attaches to my chair. Let me show you. Can you see this? It's got a little pocket here. You hook that over the back of your chair.
Uh-huh.
And then it sort of sits behind you like a big circle.
Okay.
And that's your instant green screen for when you're filming videos.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it works well because it's literally right next to you. It's right behind you when you're sitting.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If you want to have your little... I don't do it on board game videos, but I do it on my video game videos so that I'm just sort of taking up the smallest amount of space on the screen as I can.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's you got me, and I have it right here. This it came all the way from Angela.
You know what's funny about that? I need that. So I'm going to need to buy myself one of those.
I'm not sending it back.
No.
And it's been such a lifesaver because before when I started the channel, I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I still don't, but I pretend, right? But I wanted to show people, like, you've seen this font. Well, this one doesn't have anything, but I'm sure. Oh, here we go. So this is tiny. So I wanted people to be able to read with me, not just trust that I wasn't going to lie about what was in there. So I wanted to put and I came up with so many crazy ideas of how to do that. And at the beginning, it was basically Annabelle has to get up and Annabelle has to go to another camera and put it like really close and then talk about it and then come back to the seat. And then once you gave me that, it's just right next to me. So I'll just swing. I still have to edit because my chair while I move over there so I can.
You need to set it up like Richard Ham. He literally just slides it on while he's playing. Brilliant.
I don't know. He doesn't give us the tips. I'm giving you guys the tips in case you want to open your own YouTube channel.
I'll give you the tips. I know exactly how to do that. So if you want to set it up, we'll set it up for you. Okay.
So guys, Meeple Village is going to get a revamp.
Oh, you're going to get all fancy now.
That's right. Okay, but back to space, because I thought about, like, when you told me today, let's just come up with a topic. One of the topics that I thought about talking about was how we do what we do, because I know that I searched for that stuff. Like, how do people set up their cameras? How do people do this? How do people do that? And I couldn't find it. But anyways, back to space. I went to the observatory the other day and saw Saturn and Mars. Oh wait, that's the different kind of. It's true.
Oh, that would be amazing. I love that kind of space.
Yeah, it wasn't that great though, but it wasn't as good as I remembered. Like I went years ago and it was so cool. So I wanted to impress someone, so I invited them over, and it was like, sorry, it's just a little. Anyways, back to the real space. So anyways, so yeah, I mean, what I want to know, because I know that there's a lot of board gamers out there that are smarter than me, and so I want to know how you guys do it, or what have you been able to do to fix the space problem, right?
Yeah, any hacks, like, let us know.
And especially, most importantly, is how do you do it so that you don't forget to play the games that you actually, are in the shelf, and you just don't, because you just forget about them.
Yeah.
I'm sure that happens to you,
I'm not playing that many board games at the moment, although I did play one recently, but yeah, so even when they're on show for me, it's hard to get to them. But yeah, if they're behind something, like over here.
Mm-hmm.
But then you know what I've done? I've put ones back there that are like, do you really like that game? Oh, I suppose I should keep it until I play it.
Okay. See, I want to play my games,
Oh, I want to play my games. I just don't have anyone to play them with.
Oh, well, that's why I get a lot of solo games, so that I can. Yeah. But then I don't play them anyways, because like the other day I was complaining to someone. I was saying, like, I haven't played a game since the only time that I played a game recently is because I recorded one for Meeple Village. And yes, I had fun, but it wasn't me playing a game. It was me playing a game for my viewers.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, there's a difference. And don't take me wrong. I love playing games for Meeple Village. It's like a passion, right? But it's not the same as when I play a game for myself, where I don't have to, well, if I mess up a rule, I gotta start over, or there's a little bit more pressure, and also I gotta talk the whole time because you guys don't want to like hear silence. So I have to narrate the whole time, which I'm perfectly fine with because I actually enjoy that. I'm a talker when I'm on stage, or same for the band. Like even at yesterday's gig, they didn't give me a mic because there weren't enough microphones. And I'm like, you can't stop me. So I was like yelling, literally yelling because I wanted to talk.
I love it. I'm the opposite. I'm like hiding in the back. Don't speak to me.
No, I know I can do a good job. Like I don't know where those things come out. Like sometimes. Did I ever tell you guys a joke about? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this joke here, but you know. You know that song is called Ho Hey by the Lumineers?
Yeah.
Okay. And the song goes Ho Hey, right? Like that, right. So we were in the band, we were covering it, and I asked the audience to do the hoes and the heys so that our singer could do the stuff that goes on top of it, because they're hoes and heys while the other person is singing, and we don't have enough singers in the band because I can't sing. So the audience was doing it. Perfect. It was going great. And then the music kept going, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of the song, they have to do it again, right? And nobody was doing it. So I go, where my hoes at?
What?
I mean, let's just say that the singer was like, I can't do this. I mean,
that's brilliant. That must have given people a right giggle, though.
Oh my gosh, everybody was laughing, but I was like, my cheeks were like red. I was like, I'm not talking. The rest of the gig, I'm going to stay quiet.
That's brilliant.
But and here's another thing that maybe we can talk about in another episode, and let us know if you kind of want to hear this. I have questions for you guys, right? Because I watch videos of people playing games, people playing video games, like Angela playing video games and stuff. And I want to know what you guys want to hear, because see, I don't want to go in a monologue and talk about my life while I'm trying to show you guys a game. But I do feel that when you throw in a comment or two about your own personal stuff, that you kind of become more real. I do have a life, I do have things that I do, but I don't know how much is too much. Do you have an opinion on that, Angela? Do you do that? Do you talk about yourself when you're doing videos and stuff? And I know the answer, but I want you to share.
I talk too much when I'm doing my live streams. Yeah, I've been told by my moderators, Angela, be more private. But I'm like, if it's true and it's real, I like sharing it. I like connecting with people, and people do seem to like that. They do appreciate when you give them some of yourself. I'll give you an example. Before this video, I put up on my members only, so my channel members only can see it, a video of my entire family playing Taskmaster.
Okay.
Because they like to see, your family and learn more about you as a person.
Right.
I love sharing that with people. Most people are really kind, which I wasn't expecting from YouTube, but I've been really lucky this time round. Yeah, I love it.
So I'm going to bring it back to the theme. See, you are letting people, when you talk about those things, you're letting people into your space.
Yeah. They're in my personal space. I'm holding space for people, Annabelle.
Yes. And this video is about space. So that's why I brought that up, because honestly, I really don't know how much space I can, I don't want to sound like I'm just talking about my life while I'm playing it, because to me, I know people want to learn and watch me and talk about the game, but I also feel like I want to welcome you guys into my space, because I do feel like you guys are part of my life,
Yeah, but if you were playing with a group of friends, you would be talking about life, you would be talking about what you're doing and all those things. That's what makes board gaming so fun compared to other things, that you get that social interaction, don't you, while you're playing.
Well,
if you're lucky enough.
I'm gonna have to kind of, okay, so I have a friend. She loves playing board games. If I went to play, she works at a place where every night she has to be at a place while everyone else is sleeping. So she's always telling me, why don't you come while everyone is sleeping, because I have nothing to do and we can play board games, right? So I could go from Monday to Thursday. I could go play games and I would have somebody and it's like 5 minutes from my house, really close. And she loves games. She's very competitive, gets them really quickly. Why do I not do it? Why do I stay home and not go play with her?
Because I'm going to guess why.
Go ahead, guess why?
Does she talk a lot because she's got no one to talk to?
Right. Yes. So she'll stop, it will be in the middle of the game. And our games, you have to keep track of where you are in the turn sequence and blah, blah, blah. And she'll just go on a tangent and it'll be 45 minutes. And I'm like, well, now I don't remember what I was going to do, what my strategy was, whose turn it was, what we were doing. So I think creating a balance, it's okay to share your space, but you also have to come back to what we're doing, and keep it relevant.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, if you can find that balance, I think people really appreciate that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna trust your opinion, but I also want to hear from you guys, because
definitely, I do too.
Yeah.
Although I'm not streaming board games, I do a lot of video game streaming, and like I said, my mods are always yelling at me, Angela, don't share that information. And I'm like,
because I've seen you. Here's the difference, I think, because I've seen you play your video games, right? When you're playing the video game, all the information that the viewer needs is on the screen, right? Yeah. You're not gonna tell them, well, I'm clicking on the button to attack. No, they can see that you're clicking on the button and you're attacking. I'm clicking, I'm gonna use this resource and that. Well, they can see that. So obviously you have to fill the space with words. It's not like when I'm playing a board game, I'm gonna be like, well, okay, so now I'm doing this because I think that later on my strategy is blah blah blah. With the video game, you have an objective. Okay, go gather plants.
And plus I'm streaming it live, so when people need feedback or they need to ask a question, they just ask it and I answer it straight away. Whereas when you're filming a video for consumption later, you don't really have that option to give that instant sort of feedback either.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what have we learned from this video?
We don't have enough space.
Mm-hmm.
No board gamers have enough space.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hide your games.
Don't hide your games. That's right. Do like Rattle and do have some the game, at least the game you're playing somewhere so people can see the cover. I like that. Yeah. Make a box that's kind of the right size for the game. Don't throw away your expansion box.
Have a good size gaming table.
Yes. Have extra tables on the side.
And it is hard.
Yes, the struggle is real, guys. And I want to know, what do you guys do? Do you sell the games you don't play? Do you keep them and just hope to play them one day? Because it's hard.
Space again, isn't it? I mean, I think people know, because I've mentioned it in a couple of videos ago. I sold 250 or something games before we moved back here. Mm-hmm. And although I can't remember them off the top of my head now, I would have kept them if I'd had room. If this room was 4 times the size, that never would have happened. I would still have them all.
Yeah.
Just silly, because a game's, it's only worth its salt if you're playing it.
True.
Otherwise, it's just a decoration. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
That's another video.
Yeah. See, we have another topic. All right. Well, I think this was great. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think I learned a lot.
Hopefully people enjoyed it, and they can drop us some comments about what they think about the space they have. Maybe some people are super lucky, Annabelle, and they have an acre of space.
Just for board games, a whole warehouse.
Board games. Yeah. Amazing.
But then what's the percentage of those board games that you actually play?
Yeah, that's true.
Tricky.
Like, yeah.
That's why at the end of all my videos, I always leave with the words, "May you play more games."
Play more games. Yeah.
It's not a matter of storing them. You gotta play them.
Play them. Yeah. Totally agree. Right, I'm off to play a game.
All right, let's do it. Well, guys, thank you for watching. And catch us next time where we're going to talk about space and then go into a tangent and talk about something else.
Yeah. And play more games.
Play more games.